Hi there guys, it's Friday. I hope you enjoyed yesterday's midline workout. I did that one yesterday and my abs are pretty sore today. So I hope you enjoyed it, and we have some more work for you to do today. We're focused on upper body and pressing work, all right? So it should be a nice rounded finish to the week. We're gonna start with 2 rounds. We're gonna vary the press ups. We're gonna start with 5 wide grip press ups, 5 regular grips, so with the hands just underneath the shoulders, and then 5 close grips, so sort of making that diamond in between, all right? You're going to do then 5 inchworms, but you're not going to put a press up in there, so you're just going to walk out and walk back. Once you've done 2 sets of that, you're going to move on to a nice little bit of back extensions, so 10 back extensions, 10 lying lat pullbacks. You're then going to do 10 no-weight sumo deadlifts just to open your hips for the rest of the workout. And then you're going to do 10 hamstring bends, all right? Super simple work to start with, guys. Then we come on to our main set. So whether you've got a barbell or a kettlebell, the movements are going to be exactly the same today. It's just going to vary with the equipment that you've got. You're going to do 4 sets, 10 to 20 floor presses, and then 20 shoulder taps, okay? If you're doing a kettlebell, you can either choose to go 10 to 20 on one side, 10 to 20 on the other, or you can do 10 on one side, 10 on the other, building up to those 20 reps. Choice is yours. You're gonna rest 60 to 90 seconds between those reps as well. You're then gonna move on to 4 sets, 10 Z press, so it doesn't matter whether you've got a kettlebell or a barbell. 10 bent over rows each side, and then 10 RDLs each side. So if you've got a barbell, you're just going to get it into like a landmine position and then just pull with the bar, both for the bent over rows and the RDLs, and we'll go through those in the movement breakdown. If you don't have any kit today, that's okay. You're going to do 4 rounds, 10 to 12 press ups, and you're going to make it 3 seconds on the eccentric, so on the way down, and then you're going to explode back up, so you're going to add a bit of time under tension. If you're not comfortable with doing full press ups, do those off a box, off a bench, or a chair. Make it appropriate to yourself. You're then going to do 20 shoulder taps also. Then you're going to move on to 4 sets, 5 to 10 pike press ups, 10 bent over rows. I'll go over options for those as well. And then you're going to do 10 RDLs each side, guys, all right? 60 to 90 seconds rest, and you'll be good to go. Once we've done all these, the main piece of work, we're then down into a conditioning, okay? This one today, guys, can be done with kit or without kit. You're gonna do 50 single leg squats. You could do those from a box or a chair, depends what you guys have got. You're gonna do 40 sumo deadlift high pulls. You're then gonna do 30 single leg squats, 20 sumo deadlift high pulls, 10 single leg squats, all right? Now here's the choice. Do you do 50 each leg, or do you do 50 in total, okay? If you're doing a pistol squat, which is a single leg squat with no help, then I would suggest doing 25 each leg. If you're doing them off a box or a chair, then maybe up the ante and go those extra few reps to just get that little bit of extra burn, okay? So that'll be on the single leg squats all the way through. You're then gonna go a finisher, 100 robot press ups. Then every break, you're gonna do 20 mountain climbers, okay? A little bit of a finisher for the week, and then we're gonna have a really nice big piece to do tomorrow. Chase is on the plan with coming up with that, so it should be a really nice. Okay, so we're gonna start with our warm up. We're gonna have 3 variations of our press up, and then an inchworm in our first 2 rounds, all right? So we're gonna do a wide grip, normal grip, close grip, okay? So I'm just gonna show you 2 reps of each one, and then I'll give you a variation, all right? So your wide grip, you're gonna go hands outside, shoulder width apart. So you're just about maybe 2 to 3 inches outside the shoulder joint. You're then gonna bend from the elbows, keeping the midline nice and tight, straight down, straight up. Dig the toes into the floor, keep the hips, midline, butt, really strong all the way through. Once you've done that, you're then gonna go to your regular grip press ups. So hands underneath the shoulders this time. Again, toes together, elbows bend first, and we drive back out, keeping that midline really engaged and driving through. From there, you're then going to go into a close grip press up. So that can be anywhere from the shoulder width all the way in to like a diamond position here, okay? So hands nice and close together. You're then going to bend from the elbow once more, keep nice and tight, good structure, drive down, drive back up, okay? If you feel like those are uncomfortable, then, or a little bit too much, you can go down onto your knees, or you can use a box or a bench. Simply, hands onto the side at a height that you feel you're going to get full range of motion with, bend from the elbows, chest to your box, or your seat, or your bench, drive back up, nice and steady, okay? So that's going to be our first piece, 3 movements, then you're going to go into an inchworm. So hinge from the hip, walk forwards, hold into the plank position, walk it back, tap the toes, and repeat 5 simple reps, all right? So that's going to be 2 rounds of that to start with. You're then going to go into your next movement, so we've got another 2 rounds. We're going to do back extensions first, lying lat pull backs, no weight sumo deadlifts, and then hamstring bends, okay? So you first off, you've got back extensions. You're going to lie flat down to the floor. You're going to make sure here that your head is going to stay neutral all the time, so you're not going to crane the head up. Hands either to the temples or just down to the sides. All you're going to do from here is drive the shoulders away from the floor, raise the feet, and then drop back down. You want to make sure that your midline is nice and tight. Glutes are engaged, hamstrings are locked in, and you're going to take a big belly breath, press the floor away with your stomach, drive up through towards the ceiling, and then come back down and relax, okay? Nice and steady. You're going to do 10 reps of those. Then you're going to do a lying lat pullback, okay? So all you're going to do from here, you're just going to drive the arms up towards the ceiling, and then you're going to squeeze the lats down into the floor. You're going to push away towards the ceiling, and then squeeze the lats down. If you imagine that you've got something underneath your lat here, and that you're trying to crush it down into the floor, but keeping the arm nice and straight. So you're going to drive up, pull down, squeeze, and then release, okay? Just starting to fire the lats up, just to get that shoulder girdle working. You're then going to go into 10 no weight sumo deadlifts. So feet nice and wide apart, hands into the center, you're going to push the hips back and down, and then drive back up. If you feel like you need a bit more of a stretch, take your feet a little bit wider, and then you're going to push the knees outwards, sit the hips down, you should get a big stretch all the way through the inside of the legs, and then push the floor away to stand back up. So nice and smooth, all the way down, and then drive back up, okay? Then for your posterior chain, just to warm that up, we're just going to go 10 hamstring bends, okay? So all you're going to do from here is just reach down, just to tap the toes, reach down, tap the toes, and then come back up, guys. All right? Really, really nice and simple, just to start prepping that posterior chain, all right? So from there, we're going to work into our main piece. Whether you're with a barbell or a kettlebell, all the movements are going to stay exactly the same, all right? It's just the piece of equipment that you are doing differs. If you're on body weight here, then you're going to look at 10 to 12 press-ups with a 3-second eccentric. So first off, we've got our floor press. I'm going to start with a kettlebell, move on to a barbell, okay? So you're going to be lying back down onto the floor with a kettlebell tucked in, wrist locked, knuckles pointing towards the ceiling. Head down, feet bent up, lower back press into the floor. From here, you're going to drive through towards the ceiling and then pull that kettlebell back down, all right? So drive through and then pull back down. I'd suggest around 10 to 15 reps per side. You're then going to take the kettlebell down to the floor, halo it round to your other side, retrieve that kettlebell, and then press through to the top once more, okay? Whether you've got a barbell or not, it's entirely up to you. If you do, then you can start doing your floor press like so. So again, you'd sit yourself down, bring your barbell just onto your lap, okay? And then all you're going to do from here is gently hinge back as you roll. That bar's going to be over the chest, then you're going to drive towards the ceiling, bring the elbows down, drive up and down, okay? Again, pressing the feet down into the floor, keeping that lower back really nice and tight. When you finish with this one, guys, just bring the bar down, rest it into your hips, sit up, and then roll that bar away, okay? If you've got plates on it either side, it makes it a little bit more comfortable, all right? From there, you're then going to get 20 shoulder taps. So you're going to go to that plank position. From here, you're just going to take right to left, left to right, making sure your midline is engaged, feet pressing down, and hips not moving at all throughout the whole movement, okay? If you are doing this without a weight, then you're going to do 10 to 12 reps on a press up, and you do 3 seconds on the way down, and then explode back up, all right? Again, use your box if you feel like that's not where you're lying on those full press-ups, guys, okay? So next up, we're going to go into our Z presses. And again, this is going to be the same whether you've got a kettlebell or a barbell. So from here, you're going to be sat down onto the floor, kettlebell up into that front rack position, press through to the ceiling, come back down, press through, okay? You're going to do 10 reps one side, and then 10 reps the other side, okay? If you're working with a barbell here, guys, again, roll that barbell into you, get it on your hips to start with, and then bring it up to your rack position. From there, press straight through to the ceiling, come back down, tap the shoulders, press straight through, okay? Nice and steady. Bring that bar safely down, again, with some plates on it, it's gonna be a lot more comfortable. If you do have someone to help you, then obviously get them to deadlift the bar up, and you should be good to go, all right? From there, guys, we're then going to do bent over rows each side, and then RDLs. So if you are using a kettlebell, as always, you're going to hinge from the hip, nice solid bent over row, really comfortable, and you'll do those 10 each side. You're then going to go into your 10 RDLs, hinge from the hip, keeping that kettlebell as close as you can to you, straight down and straight up, maintaining a really strong torso position. If you're doing these with a barbell, really simple, we're going to make it in a landmine position. So if you've got something to hold the end of the barbell down, then that's fantastic, or find a corner somewhere. You're then going to take the barbell, hinge from the hips, pull into the side, keeping the elbow tucked in, nice and tight. You can then simply transition into your RDLs from that same position. All right, exactly the same as we've done with the kettlebell. Once you've done one side, place it down, swap over and do the other, okay? If you are doing these with no equipment, or you have a rucksack, then you're going to do the following. You're going to do 10 pike press-ups, okay? So 5 to 10 pike press-ups. So you're going to go into that half inchworm position, hips up nice and high, head looking back towards your feet, legs as straight as you can. Bend from the elbows, tap the floor, push away, bend from the elbows and push away. Try not to let the elbows bend outwards. You want to push the elbows towards your toes and push back from that point. 5 to 10 reps. You're then going to go, if you have your rucksack, okay, or your shopping bag, whatever you feel works, those bent over rows for 10 reps, and then you can take it by the handle and you can get your RDLs for 10 reps, okay? If you find like that's not enough range of motion, just change the grip position so you can work a little bit further, okay? And you're going to do 4 sets of all of those, okay? Nice and simple. So, moving on to your conditioning piece now. We have single leg squats and sumo deadlift high pulls, all right? So, your single leg squat, if you can do these as a full pistol squat, guys, then fantastic. However, if not, don't worry about it. We're going to do them from the side of the box. Choose something that is around about knee height, if you can. 1 foot onto the box, 1 foot in front. Keeping the chest up, sit your hips back and down, and drive straight back through, okay? You're going to do 50 reps of these. 25 one side, 25 the other side, okay? Make sure the torso is nice and tall. The challenge is, if you feel you're doing those, then can you go 50 each leg, and then 30 each leg, and then 10 each leg, all right? Once you've done those, guys, regardless of the piece of kit you've got, whether it's a barbell, a ball, a kettlebell, or a bag, you're going to do sumo deadlift high pulls. So with that kettlebell, from the floor up to the chin, keeping the elbows really nice and high, driving through. If you have a ball, you can do exactly the same. Up nice and high, straight up and straight down, okay? If you have a barbell or a bag, exactly the same. You can do 50 single leg squats, 40 sumo deadlift high pulls, 30 squats, 20 sumo deadlift high pulls, and 10 squats, okay? Once you've done that, your finisher is going to be 100 robot press-ups. You're going to start up in a plank position. You're going to drop down onto your forearms. You're going to push back up onto your hands, drop down onto your forearms, push back up on your hands. If you feel you need to break, and you come down to your knees, you're then going to go back to that plank position, and you're going to do 20 mountain climbers, okay? Nice and simple. Challenge here today, guys. Who can do it unbroken, or who can do it with just one break? Hope you have a really good workout, and we'll see you back tomorrow. Take care.